Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a charismatic footballer who is not made of the same material as others. Born in 1981 in Malmo, did you know that this son of Yugoslav immigrants was the only player in the history of football to have played in the Champions League with 7 different teams? And he has never won the most prestigious European competition. No matter, as a young and precarious man, Ibra had a particular attachment to 2 wheels, a particular passion because it consisted in stealing other people's bikes. A lock? No problem. Zlatan knew just how to do it. A pair of wire cutters in the bag, and that was it. And it didn't matter who owned the bikes, whether it was the kids at school, the postmans, or even his assistant coach at Malmo FF Juniors. He said he stole them out of necessity to get to the football ground. Once on the pitch, the Swede wanted to do everything like his lifelong idol, Ronaldo El Fenomeno. When the Brazilian took the ball from the edge of the penalty area and then made a series of step over to score in any position. Well, it's simple. Zlatan wanted to do the same thing. Yet Ibrahimovic is not Ronaldo. He's not even Zlatan yet. In fact, he might never have been. At the age of 15, 4 as he would later be known, was in the midst of a period of doubt. Yes, in the midst of doubt. Talented but haughty and disrespectful towards his teammates who reproached him for never releasing the ball. The latter was indeed sidelined. The Swede considered stopping his young football career in order to devote himself to his job as a docker. The rest is history. Ibra played for Malmo's first team from 1999 to 2001, helping the 1979 Champions Cup finalists climb back to the top flight. The striker was spotted by a number of leading clubs, but in the meantime he was able to snub Arsenal. Arsene Wenger had demanded that he complete a short trial period. He finally signed for Ajax Amsterdam on the 22nd of March 2001. There, Zlatan revealed himself to the whole of Europe. Arrogant and sure of his strength, the author of the best goal in Ajax's history cannot stand his teammate and club favourite Rafael van der Vaart, the latter having become involved with the former's ex-girlfriend. As a result, the Z kicked his ankle during the international match between Sweden and the Netherlands. The same thing happened a few years later to a certain Marco Materazzi during the Milan derby. A vindictive and resentful player, Ibra had not appreciated the Italians injuring him during his time at Juve. He then called upon his passion for martial arts and taekwondo to send him to hospital. If Zlatan had been able to do the same with French referees, there is no doubt that he would have already taken action. However, the Gypsy, as he is known to those close to him, might never have set a foot in Paris. Ibra is enjoying his holidays after Euro 2012, while his club AC Milan have assured him that they do not intend to sell him in the summer. However, Mino Raiola insists that the Rossoneri have already sold him. Number 9 then did everything he could to scupper the deal. It failed. PSG will accept all his crazy conditions. His charisma and provocations made him an icon beyond the framework of sport. The Zlatan mania was underway, and the arrogant character he represented gave rise to numerous parodies. His first name is even the subject of a neologism in popular culture, embodied by the verb to Zlatan, a term that would later make its way into the Swedish dictionary. As further proof of his incredible popularity, the Z has even made a stamp bearing his image since 2014. In his homeland, not a single day goes by without a brief being published about the striker. So much so that today he is the best-known Swede beyond its borders. Better than the glories of yesterday such as Bjorn Borg or ABBA, and especially that of King Carl Gustaf. In fact, wouldn't Zlatan alone be the great monarch of Sweden, a man capable of threatening to snub his majesty in person? When PSG were due to receive the King of Sweden and Queen Sylvia at the Parc des Princes, Ibra almost embarrassed the club following an affair with 2 players from the Parisian women's section who had not applauded him at the ceremony in Sweden because of his comments on women's football. The Terminator then gave an ultimatum as to whether he would attend. And that's all there is to it. Adulated by some, egocentric for others, Ibra remains above all a champion of the punchline. A man who constantly enjoys maintaining his legend as the most arrogant footballer in history. A very emblematic personality who has inspired, in the same way as Chuck Norris and his Chuck Norris facts, several Zlatan facts attributing extraordinary abilities to him. It must be said that beyond his character, Zlatan remains above all an outstanding player capable of scoring in any position. He is a record breaker whose influence and consistency on the pitch, regardless of the club, is unquestionable. He is the only man on earth to have scored in the Champions League for 6 different clubs. The Globetrotter is also the only footballer to have scored on his debut in the Champions League. Premier League, Series A, La Liga League 1, and MLS. Another funny stat that proves that he is a ferocious beast that can bite at any moment. He is, along with CR7, the only player to have scored every minute of a match. When Ibra is not tormenting opposing defenses, the 1.95-meter man likes to spend time on his island or in his forest. Yes, you heard me right. In June 2012, the Goleador decided to buy the island of Davenzo in Lake Mälaren, Sweden, for the modest sum of 2.5 million euros. In 2020, he decided to drop 3 million euros to buy a 10,000-hectare forest in Aar, near the Norwegian border. On the agenda, hunting, fishing, and snow scooters. Eccentric and whimsical Zlatan Ibrahimovic is also a man with a big heart. In 2014, he donated more than $50,000 to a team of Swedish players with mental disabilities to participate in the INAS World Football Championships. A few months later, he flaunted his body with first-name tattoos to support the World Food Programme, which fights hunger around the world. In 2020, he launched a fundraising campaign to fight COVID-19, aiming to raise 1 million euros for Humanitas hospitals. Which anecdote has made the biggest impression on you? Which player would you like to see next? Tell us all about it in the comments, and if you liked it, don't hesitate to talk about our channel around you, to like it and to share it.